Russian news agency. In a recent article for Foreign Affairs, you described the relations between China, Russia, and United States as a scaling triangle in which Chinese and Russian relations are the most positive and stable, and the greatest distance lies between Moscow and Washington. Last Wednesday, US President Barack Obama extended sanctions against Russia, which had been imposed in March 2014. Russian Foreign Ministry called such actions a systematical dismantling of a framework of bilateral relations. In your opinion, what effect may this cause to above-mentioned China-Russia-US triangle in the future? Thank you.
俄罗斯新闻社记者，在之前您曾发文对中美俄的三角关系，来进行论述。您曾经说，在中美俄的三角关系当中，中俄关系是其中最为积极也是最为稳定的一个双边关系。然后呢，在几年以前，美国总统巴拉克奥巴马呢决定对俄罗斯实施制裁。这个制裁呢，已经于2014年的3月已经正式实施了。而俄罗斯外交部呢，也对此表明了强烈的反对的态度。所以在您看来，今后各方应该如何做才能够加强中俄之间的关系，使这个稳定的双边关系更有利于这种三角关系的发展？
感谢你注意到我那篇文章。
Thank you for
写那篇文章
noting my foreign
主要
affairs
是因为
article.
我去美国访问的时候啊，
During my previous visit to the United States, I always visited
所以我想这个
some think tanks
还是写一篇文章，让更多的人
quite
看到
often mentioned China-Russia relations. That is why I have
确实
written this
中俄关
article,
系呢，对中国来讲是非常重要的。俄罗
has
斯
been
是我们
published.
最大的邻国。
China-Russia
说
relations
现在
are very
中俄关
important
系
for
处于历史
China.
最好的时期
Russia is China's biggest
也是总
neighbor,
结
and now
这场历史的
China-Russia
经验和
relations
教
are
训
at their best period in
这样
history.
形成的
And
这
this
样
is
看
also
法。
conclusion
那么看
based
中俄
on
关系
our historical lessons and
美国也
experience.
经常强调这一点哈
I
就是
stress
看
to
中俄
my
关
US
系
friends that
脱离不了一个基本的现实。
when we
就是
look
我
at
们这么大
China-Russia relations, we
这么
cannot
重要的
neglect
大
an
邻国
important
我
reality,
们之间
which is
能不能保
that
持
friendship
友好合作关系
and
它关
cooperation
系到我们各自
between
的这
these
个
two
根本的安
large
全利益，
countries
也关系到我
concern
们
our
自身的
respective
发展。
fundamental security interests as well
我
as
参加过
development interests.
张德江委员长跟俄罗斯
I
总
was
统
once
和联邦委员会主席的这个
a
对话。
meeting and dialogue
每次呢
between NPC Chairman Zhang Dejiang and the leaders of the Russian State Duma and Federal Assembly. And my impression is that compared with the dialogue between China and some other countries, the biggest feature of the China-Russia dialogue is that we do not need to spend a lot of time discussing or debating on our differences, and we will not exert pressure on the other side. We can focus all of our attention on cooperation, and we can also have deep exchange of our ideas. You mentioned some questions just now, and I think China-Russia relations will not be affected by external factors. They will grow healthily because they serve our respective interests. China and Russia are highly complementary. On the economic front, we face different challenges, and the international environment is complicated. And with this backdrop, this high degree of political trust between our two countries is a blessing for both of us, and I think a growing friendship and cooperation between our two countries will bring more benefits to our peoples, and that will also help foster a good example for other countries, in particular major country relations.